Hi everybody, we are the Williamsburg Salsa Orchestra.
Well, I'm so above you and it's plain to see, but I came to love you anyway.
The WSO has been together about 8 years, and when it started, most of the musicians I knew from just being on the scene in New York, but when I met Solange and I heard her sing, I knew that she would really help the band come alive and would be the key to make it work. And she was just here visiting a friend from Buenos Aires, and she never went back.
Well, let's just say this is a great New York phenomenon because, you know, I got here and I was like just trying to meet people and connect with musicians and find other musicians to work with and to play with. And I happened to meet Gianni, and he proposed me this, you know, some people could call it crazy idea, you know, indie rock to salsa, what?
Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you.
So I felt like there was something there that I could bring back and maybe, you know, also with practice, make it work. So I basically went and like started studying and practicing. And it was like a real challenge because all the improvisation is in Spanish. You know, not like in jazz where you're like, it's like, oh, you actually have to say something and make sense and be on clave. I'm like, what? And so, you know, little by little that thing started like downloading on me. And then I was like, oh wow, this genre is like really underestimated because it's so complicated, everything that's happening, and like you need to understand and like be really like aware.
I've been a bad, bad girl. I've been careless with a delicate man.
Our new album is called Dialectica, which means dialectic in English. And what that is, when you have a debate, you have two people with different points of view, and one of them is a winner and one of them is a loser. But with a dialectic, what you're trying to do is find the common ground. And that's kind of what we're doing with the genres of indie rock that we are bringing our source material from and turning it into this Afro-Cuban, New York, salsa dura, gigantic orchestra style. Well, now that we have sort of established this concept, we've started to branch out. On our new album, we actually have 2 originals that are entirely in Spanish. And we're starting to look into other source material other than indie rock. We're reaching back a little to the alternative days of the 90s. And we're also looking now for our next album into things like soul, like Lenny Kravitz and maybe Sade and these type of things.
'Cause it's all I ever knew of love.
The feeling to have like 10 people backing you up is really something else that I never experienced before. And it's a really unique experience that every musician should go through at some point in their lives.
It really shocks me how quickly the cultural importance of the music we're playing is being lost. It seems like, you know, only maybe 15 years ago, it was a more important part of the culture. I think what we do and what all the bands that play Afro-Cuban dance music, Afro-Boricua, Afro-New Yorican dance music have to do is continue to be as energetic and as welcoming as possible to the younger generation because it's not being passed down the way it should be and the way it used to be. And so it's up to us to do that.